I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much less on me, I wish.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is Joe Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun to give to Mixon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Cincinnati.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And the Bengals.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is lost, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Washington nothing. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Waynes.
line of scrimmage. Again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Bengals 7, Washington nothing.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Give it up, ball, defense. Give it up. Give it up, ball, defense. Hey, check Mike, check. Let's box. Mike, hey, what's the ball?
A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
55, Mike, guys, 55.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
On first down, it's Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch the safety creep. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Zip it. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ball carrier.
One of the best around, Big Geno Atkins there on the stop, an 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Now Haskins to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a give to Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
A gain of 2.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 45-yard line.
And a Bengal first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 21, 22 yards there, a first down.
Bengals.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Boyd. Incomplete. Brings
nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Freeman at tailback. He's got him running left. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
55, mark, 55. I got one. Hey, motion. Hands here. 55. Hey, eat. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mark 55.
Now it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin.
15-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead.
140 extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes this Washington 10. Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Burrow will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes this Washington 17. Bengals 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 49-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yard to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Taken down by
a 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Bengals.
Now Burrow on first down. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Check 3. No. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
Freeman again. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
He was brought down by Mackenzie Alexander. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's get murdered. Mike 55. Oh, you got deep? Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check.
Here's Haskins to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Make it do it again. Never make it do it again.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On a slant complete to Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Play fake here on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
1st and 10.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, Burrow got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
It's a gain of a yard.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky.
On 1st down, Mixon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check it back.
Play action. Haskins dancing to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Running the sweep with McLaurin. He juked him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. Check 99. Check 99.
On third down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. There he goes left side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. You tighten up. 55.
Throwing now is Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
It's a pickup
as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 39-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball.